Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. The title of our today's video is How to Send Slack Notification on Google Forms Submission. So there's an upcoming event for which I'm using Google Forms to get the registrations for my event. But I wish that as soon as a new form submission is received in my Google Forms account, automatically a message should be sent to my Slack channel notifying my team that we have received a new registration. For this, we are going to create a connection between Google Forms and Slack. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use Google Forms, and for action, we are using Slack. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to send Slack notification for Google Form submission. So there's an upcoming event for which I'm running Google Form. The name of my event is Know About Automation, and I wish that as soon as someone fills in this Google Form, automatically with the details of this Google Form, a notification should be sent to my channel on Slack that we have received a new registration for our upcoming event. To do this, we are going to create a connection between Google Forms and our Slack account. To create this connection, we have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to send Slack notification on Google Forms submission. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is Google Forms, because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Google Forms, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for Google Form and select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select new response received. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our Google Form account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first we are going to copy this URL. And now we are going to open our Google Forms account. And over here you can see the form that I have created. From here we are going to go on responses. And then we are going to click on view in sheets. And over here you can see the sheet that is connected with my Google Forms. And I have opened this sheet because the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly's workflow will happen through this Google Sheet only. So now we are going to click on extensions right over here and then click on add-ons. And then we are going to go on get add-ons. And from here we are going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. And then we are going to select it. As you can see that I've already installed this Pabbly Connect webhook. So if you wish to install this, you can click on install option right over here and get it. I am not getting the option because I have already installed this. And as soon as you are going to install it, again you have to go on extensions and you will get an option of Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here. And as soon as you get this, you are going to click on initial setup. And now it will ask you for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So first we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now for the trigger column, we have to paste the last column the data is filled in. And as you can see, the last column is E. So I'm going to write E right over here. And then we are going to click on submit. And as you can see that it is saying that we have successfully connected our Google Form with our Pabbly's workflow. And now before clicking on send test, we are going to enter some details so that we can receive the response of that details in our Google Sheets and then in our workflow. So to do this, we are going to click on this preview. So we are going to do a test submission. For the name, I'm going to keep it as demo user, email as demo@pabblytunes.com, phone number as this, and the organization as Pabbly itself. And then we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see that we have successfully submitted this form. So we are going to open our Google Sheets And over here you can see that we have received the details of our submission in our Google Sheets. So now again we are going to go on extensions, and then again we are going to click on initial setup. And now we are going to click on send test right over here so that we can send this data to our workflow. And yes, you can see test data sent successfully. So we are going to open our workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. But before that, again we have to go on extensions, and from here we are going to switch on this send on event button, because I want that as soon as a new event or a new row is updated in my Google Sheets, automatically the details should be sent to my workflow also. So we are going to open this button, and as you can see, a tick right over here. And now we are going to our workflow. And over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the details. Here's the name, the email, the organization, and the phone number. So this means that my trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select Slack, because I want that as soon as a new Google form is submitted, automatically my team on Slack should be notified. So we are going to search for Slack and select it. And then for the action event, we are going to select send channel message. And again, we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Slack account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Slack. And now it is asking me for the token type. So we are going to read the notes, and it is saying enter the token type as either user or bot. So over here we have to enter the token type as user or bot. Basically the token type is the thing we wish to send the message as. So if you wish to send the message as a user, you can enter the token type as user, and if you wish to send the message as bot, you can enter the token type as bot. So I wish to send it as bot, so I'm going to enter it as bot, and then we are going to click on save. And now it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give it all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Slack account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me the channel name. So over here you can see the name of my channel is new registrations. So I'm going to search for new registrations right over here and select it. And now it is asking me for the message. So I want the message to be hello team. We have received a new registration for our upcoming event. Here are the details, the name, email, phone number, organization. Let's make them feel welcome, looking forward for a successful event. So over here you can see that I've left these fields blank, which is name, email, phone number and organization. So we are going to map these fields. Mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Google Form as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our Google Forms only. So as soon as I'm going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. And with this, my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So we are going to map the details. I'll open the response of my Google Forms, and then we are going to search for name. And over here you can see the name, which is demo user. So I'm going to map this. And then we are going to do same for the email too. We are going to search for email right over here. And over here you can see demo@pabblytudes.com. So we are going to map this. Again, we are going to search for phone number. So I'll open the response and search for phone number. And then we are going to map this. And again, we are going to do same for the organization. I'll search for organization and map the organization right over here. And now as you can see that we have successfully completed our mapping. And now we are moving on forward. And now it is asking me for the image URL. So if you wish, you can enter an image URL right over here you wish to send with your message. But I don't wish to add this. So we are going to move on forward. And then it is asking me for the image text. So if you wish, you can also enter this. But these are not the required fields. So we are going to ignore this field. And now it is asking me for the bot name. So I want the bot name to be new registration. And then it is asking me for the bot icon. So if you wish, you can enter the URL you wish to add as a bot icon. I don't wish to add any bot icon, so we are going to move on forward. And now it is asking me to auto expand links. So we are going to keep it as true only. Link username and channel names as true also. And then for the reply broadcast as false. And now after entering all the required details and the details I wish to send, we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that our details have been sent as a message in our Slack. So I'm going to open my Slack and check that if we have received the message or not. And yes, you can see the message received. hello team, we have received a new registration for our upcoming event. Here are the details, the same name, the same email and the same phone number. Organization is also the same. So this means that my workflow is successful. I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. For this, we are going to open our form, and again we are going to refresh this page and do another test submission so that we can see that we are going to get the response or not. So for the name, I'm going to enter it as test user, email as test@pabblitudes.com, the phone number as this, and the organization as Pabbly Connect this time. And now we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see that we have successfully submitted this event registration form. So this means that Google Forms has sent the details of our registration to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent a Slack channel message. So I'm going to open my Slack channel and check that if we have received the message or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. We'll directly open our Slack. And yes, you can see that we have received a new message with the new name, new email and the new phone number with the new organization name too. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected Google Form. For our trigger event, we selected new response received. For the action application, we selected Slack. And then for the action event, we selected send channel message, because I wanted that as soon as a new Google Form is submitted, automatically a message should be sent on my channel at Slack that we have received a new registration for our upcoming event. And we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see the two messages I sent during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.